Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and it is train time. I choose to show you Switch and Signal. This is a train game from Cosmos, designed by David Thompson, who, quick disclaimer, has become a bit of a designer friend of mine, and he's the one who sent this to me because, sadly, it is only available in Germany and the EU right now. And there is sadly no sign of a North America release, although I hope it gets one. But there's a fun solo and cooperative train game. You're trying to deliver cubes to different cities, and it's very user-friendly, quick to teach. I'm going to quickly run through the rules. I taught it to my 5-year-old yesterday, so I don't think that'll be too tough. And then I'll do a full solo playthrough. And if you want to hear my review thoughts, check out the separate review video that released the same time. And as always, if you like the work on the One Stop Co-op Shop, please subscribe to the channel, like the video to give it more visibility. Check out our weekly podcast or our separate streaming channel for even more great content. You can join the conversation with us on Discord. And if you like, support us on Patreon for early access to our videos, help us choose which games we'll play. And speaking of Patreon, we're always trying to pay the contributions from our supporters back into our content. In this case, I'm recording with a new microphone I just bought, so hopefully it sounds good. If not, I'm going to be really sad as I edit this. But let's jump into the basics of gameplay and see how this one plays. So Switch and Signal is at its heart a cooperative pick-up and deliver game. You're going to have these trains on the board, and you need to get them to the 4 different cities. Here we have Dallas, Denver, Chicago, and Winnipeg, each one having 2 cubes matching its color. And you have to deliver 4 cubes, 1 of each color, to San Francisco, and separately you have to deliver the other 4 cubes to New York. And this is on the US map. There's an alternate map on the backside that's kind of like mostly France and Germany, where everything is just being delivered to Marseille. So it's one delivery point, the US one kind of splits your attention. And to understand how the game plays, you have to understand the switches and the signals. Hey, that's the name. So trains move along train tracks. Each space of movement, you'll have movement dice, is a 1 train track icon. But trains cannot move through red lights. They have to move through a proper signal to get into a city or along the track like somewhere here. And additionally, they can't move through a black switch. So they can only get through wherever the switch is not blocking. So if this one was here, the train would head that way. If it was here, it couldn't go at all. And that's all controlled by the player cards in the game. You've got one that moves 1 train. You pick one of the ones on the board, and you roll a die to move it. You've got these signal cards that can move a green signal to another spot on the board. But the big rule is you must leave 1 signal for every city. So I could move this one wherever I want, even double up on a city, but I couldn't take the Dallas one away entirely and just have no entry to Dallas at all. Finally, there's the switch action, and that one lets me pick 1 intersection and change up the switch however I want. So I could go here when it's a little 4-way place, or there, whatever I want to do. You start the game with 5 of these cards, and at the end of each of your turns, you draw 5 more, but your max hand size is 10. So while you can hold some and try to do more on your next turn, you never want to keep 6 or more at the end of your turn. And by the way, if you get bad luck, 2 cards of any type can be used to resolve the action of another type. So that's basically how player actions work, but how your turn starts is you flip over one of these cards. They always have the same blue one on top, which is going to spawn a bunch of trains, because trains come out on the board based on these cards. But then sometimes it'll also force you to move certain color trains or give you a choice. Like here you can pick which color of trains you want to move. And there are 3 trains of each color that you can spawn out on the board. By the way, when you are forced to spawn a train, you roll 2d6 and it goes out on the indicated space. Now, they do have pre-printed numbers on the board, but you also have these randomizer tokens you can use to change up the placement of trains every game. And when one of these time cards that you draw at the beginning of a turn moves a train, you have to move every train of that color, but in whichever order you like for that color. Whereas when you use the Move a Train action card, you pick a single train of one color of your choice. Now, a few other quick details. The gray trains are the slowest, the brown trains are a little bit faster, and the black trains are the fastest. So you have these custom D6, and that can work for or against you because the black trains can get goods to the ports faster. But they can also get you in trouble with one of your 2 loss conditions. You've got these time tokens, but every time a train cannot move its full value because it hits a switch or can't get past a signal or another train is in its way, you lose as many time tokens as the movement points not taken. And you additionally lose some if you have a train on a spawn spot and then another train tries to come in the same spot, except at the beginning of the game. There you just re-roll. And let's see, what else? It's really not a complicated game. Oh, you do have to spend 1 card to pick up a cube in a city, and once a train has a cube, it can't drop it. It just has to go deliver it. Additionally, when a train moves into a city, it immediately stops. You don't have to worry about any extra movement. You don't lose any time tokens. But you can never have more than one train on the same track space, never have more than one train on the same city, so you got to get them out of each other's ways. The other way you lose is if these cards run out. And by the way, this game is super easy to adjust the difficulty of. You can use more cubes or fewer because they have 3 of each color, so you could kind of ramp it up a bit. They have extra time tokens, so you can give yourself more or take them away. They have more green signal tokens, so you can give yourself more signals. They have extras of these time cards, so you can add them or take them away. Like I played it with my kids where I took away 1 of each color cube, made it very simple because the puzzle can get pretty challenging. Tons of flexibility in how you play the game. Oh, last thing, and then you really do know all the rules for the game. There are 3 little staff members that can help you. They're different on the European and US side. This guy lets you ignore one of those time cards you draw at the beginning of your turn, put it on the bottom of the deck, and draw a replacement. This one lets you cancel moving a single train when you have to move trains. And this one lets you select where a train spawns instead of rolling for it. Each of them gets a single use. Put those little tokens you see in the upper right there on them, and that means that you've used them for the game. So that is literally it. Let's jump in and try out Switch and Signal. So like I said, the starting card is always the same. I'm going to spawn 1 black train, 1 brown train, 1 gray train, and just at the beginning of the game, if you roll the same number, instead of losing time, you get to roll again. Usually, spawning on the same spot would be punishing to you. All right, so the black train comes out on 5. So here they are. Looks like they're in Mexico. Brown train comes out on 9, which is up in Fort Severn. Is that like northern New York or southern Canada? Not sure. And our 1 gray train comes out in spot 10, Prince George. And to show you my starting cards, I've got 2 move a trains, 2 change a switch, 1 signal. And the first thing I always look at is, are there any crises I need to avert immediately? So this train has some breathing room, it's going to go towards that thing there, because you can be forced to move trains, remember, from those time cards. But you know, with where it is, I'd kind of rather send it down towards Denver, so I'd have to move that switch there and change up that one and get a signal in there. That's a lot, although I don't have to do all of it now. It's got quite a bit of room to go. My brown train, on the other hand, wow, has a straight shot right to Chicago. That is great. Yeah, it's turning at Fort Albany, heading through Armstrong, Duluth, beautiful. My black train is the fastest, remember. It could also get to Denver, but I think I might want to reroute it toward Dallas, where it already has a signal, and then maybe we can just head from there right to New York. It's got a mostly straight shot. So yeah, this guy's the fastest. I'm going to spend 1 of my switches and get that set up. And the furthest a black train can move is 5, so he is now safe even if he gets all the way to Dallas. The gray train, I mean, geez, do I even want to do anything with him? Yeah, I guess I'll spend 1 switch just to get this going towards Denver. Besides that, I'm going to ignore him for now. And then I could stop now and just keep these 3 cards, but let's move this black train once. I don't think it'll get all the way to Dallas, so I'll get it kind of on its way. All right, here we go. 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3 going past the switches. So next turn, whether I move it or the cards do automatically, I should get to Dallas, be able to load it up. I'm going to stop there with those 2 cards. And I draw 5 more. Whoa, that is a lot of switches and signals, but not much train movement. Although remember, 2 of anything can become something else. All right. But time keeps ticking away, and we have to place a new train of a color of our choice and then move all the gray trains. So I could choose to place another gray train and give me a second free movement, but they are the slowest, which means they kind of don't tend to get in the way, but they also don't necessarily do a lot. Now I think I'm going to go for another black train to try to speed up 6. Oh, not too bad. It's down here in Los Angeles. Looks like with 1 switch, I could get it going to Denver and then right over to San Francisco. Very short shot there. Okay, and then I'm going to move all gray trains in an order of my choice. Only got 1, though. How slow can you go? Oh, 2. That's actually somewhat fast for them. They tend to have a lot of 1s. Alrighty, sticking with this guy. If he moves his max of 3, he'll go into Spokane the wrong way, so I'll use a switch to give him a straight shot there. And this is perfect. With that guy out of the way, I can now change the switch at Albuquerque and set up this Los Angeles train to get toward Denver. Although I guess he needs a signal there. Right now, nobody's coming any other way from Denver, so we'll just go ahead and do it that way. All right, and then to switch gears a little bit with my 1 train move, I'm going to get this guy going down toward Chicago. Come on, roll big, or a 2. That works too, I guess. And once again, I'll stop for now. My trains all have some breathing room. And once again, what is going on? I got no train moves. I got a ton of manipulation of the board, though. But yeah, if I can't get the train speeding up, I'm going to run out of time. Place a train of my choice and get brown movement. I'm going to spawn a brown train to take advantage of that. Of course, it could be in the worst place imaginable. A 4. Where is that? Oh, this is absolutely lovely. It's at Lynn Lake, and it can just go right through Prince Albert and right into Winnipeg. I am loving it. So we're going to move that guy first, just a 2. And our friend over here heading to Chicago, got 3. Ah, very nice. 1, 2. Remember, they always stop when they reach a city, even if he had movement left. And now I can spend a card of any type to load that cube up on my turn. Gosh, what do I have the most of? Yeah, definitely switches by a landslide, so bye-bye. Get this blue cube. Let's see, what blue good are we shipping from Chicago? Water. Chicago water for Chicago pizza. That makes sense, right? And, I could send him this way to New York, but I would need 1, 2, 3 switches, although 1's already in the right spot. I would need 1 less switch if I did this, but then again, I need to change as much. So, sure, let's go ahead and play a signal. Boom. Another one here. Let's see, does anybody need this one right now? Doesn't look like it. So there we go. That should work. He's good to go. I've got 5 cards I can stop. Is anybody in trouble, though? Well, let's see. I don't love this black train sitting on a spawn spot, especially a 6, which is pretty common. So I'm going to discard 2 of these to move that. Come on, give me a 5, something big. All right, a 3. I am not rolling high numbers here. So that leaves me with these cards. Come on, give me some train movement. A single one. I guess all the rest are at the bottom of the deck. Jeez. And remember, the reason I'm stressed about that is because once these cards run out, I lose. Whoa, okay, so I'm placing a train of my choice, and then every color is going to move. I love this card since we're all set up. I get to choose what order they move in. That's why the wilds show up, but I can't pick the same color twice. I can't, have all the black trains move 2 times. Now, spawn-wise, I'm a bit worried about overstocking the train lines, so let's do a gray on 9. And that's fine. That's the same clear line to Chicago that I have. And nobody's really in each other's way, so let's go ahead and move our 2 gray trains. This one over here by Voldemort or Valemount, whichever one it says there. And over here, I hit the train. Oh, and it moves 3. Of course, you're the fast one. 1, 2, 3, getting pretty close to Chicago. Speaking of Chicago, let's move our brown trains next. Come on, just roll huge and just get right there. Darn you, train. And by the way, the one very important rule I forgot to say, when a train reaches one of the ports, the cube immediately goes on the victory space, and the train returns to the supply. That is the only way that a train comes off of the board when they deliver a good, or actually, I think it's if they reach any port, whether or not they have a good to deliver. All right, Winnipeg train, come on, you got this. Yes, get in there. And our 2 black trains, pretty good chance they all reach their destination, which might leave me a little overextended. Dallas one, got a 5. There we go. And the Denver one got a 3. Oh, okay, so they're just outside, which I'm actually kind of happy about because I don't know if I have time to mess with all their signals and stuff right now. So that's everybody, and geez, what do I need to do? So first I got to choose, am I sending the Dallas train back this way to San Francisco? I think I am. So I'll discard one of my many signals to load up the cube, and then I'll get its switch set up. There we go. And that's for, if you went 5. All right, I guess I'll do one more switch for him to get Las Vegas set. Oh, and I got to get this guy in Winnipeg to pick one up. I'll use a signal card, because otherwise they would just move right out of there with nothing. That brown's fine. He's not in anybody's way. He'll just get his good delivered soon, I'm sure. Oh, well, Winnipeg is a hassle to deliver from, isn't it? Maybe I should move this gray train, although there's no signal for him, and then clear up the switch here. Yeah, so I'm going to switch the signal here, then move it, get it past that switch to, okay, so it's in Chicago. Now, what am I doing? There's not nearly enough action space to do this. All right, it's fine. I'm just going to switch or signal that back the way he's coming. Oh, wait, no, is there another one I can grab? Yeah, nobody's using this one east of Dallas right now, so that way the other brown train still has a way to get in. Not that he has a signal to do so, and all I have left is a switch, so we might use one of our character powers if Browns are forced to move this next turn. Oh, and there we go. Man, but now I have no signal cards? I did not want that kind of bounty now. All right, come on. No brown movement. Really? Okay, that's great. Browns and grays. Now, I don't mind the free gray movement. I just don't want that one brown train to move. So I'm going to use my one person that stops a single train from moving. But the other brown train will still go first, get to New York, get out of the gray's way. Yes, it does. So it drops off its cube, and it is back to the supply. Oh, wait, that guy never picked up. This is terrible. Okay, gosh, I guess I'll just send him to New York anyway, and he can just laugh at my pain. I had one card left, too, didn't I? This is the worst. Actually, you know what? Whoa, what happened? I played that card. What a miracle. Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay, and then our Denver Express over here gets a 1. That's actually probably good because I didn't have room for him yet. Alrighty, well, I survived. What do I do now? I'm going to use one of each of these and get a signal, and then I'll also use a switch. Okay, so he's now got a clear shot to New York as well. But other than that, I'm just going to sit because I have a way for every train to go. I'll just keep my 2 movement cards. No, and now I have no signals again. Oh, this is not good. I mean, the one nice part is I've got a straight shot for several trains here, but I'm in trouble elsewhere. And let's see what fun the time deck has in store. Oh, gray trains move? That is entirely fine, sir. All right, come on, do me proud. Don't roll a 1. I hate you. Okay, do me proud. Roll a 1. That's also okay. That's not really okay. Gosh. Yeah, when I have no signals, this is not what I want to be seeing. Okay. I'm going to use one of each of these to grab this signal from up here where nobody is and get entry to Denver for both of them. Oh, man. I mean, I guess I'm only in trouble if I get a card that moves gray and black, and then I could always use my redraw action. All right, then I've got 5 cards left. I think I might just stay put for the moment. Yeah, because there's no reason to play my cards when I can see how the situation kind of plays out. So 5 more. Okay, 1 signal. I mean, I'll take it. All right, so not gray and black, not gray and black. Oh, my choice, and I have to put a new train down. Well, let's get another brown train out since we got one off the board. And I could use my power to pick where it's placed. I'm kind of thinking 4 to get it going to Winnipeg because that is a tough nut to crack. I think the rest are pretty close to the ports. So yes, indeed. I'm just going to use my power and place that train on 4 without rolling. And then I will move all my browns, so I don't think I can roll a 5. I'll just go and move that one. Whoa, it is getting right over to Winnipeg. Cool. And let's see if we can repeat that performance. Get to Chicago. Not quite. Okay, then I'm going to move grays. Don't even have to roll for this one. Oh, wait a second. No. I don't even know what happens here. I mean, what happens is that Mike is a moron. Sorry, I'm so used to playing on the European map where you just deliver them to the same place. I didn't even realize what I was doing. Wow. So all I have are the German rules, and I'd have to go look up a translation. So let's just make a quick judgment call. If the train came off, I would immediately lose the game. But gosh, if I have to bring that blue cube to New York, let's say the train comes off and the blue goes back to Chicago. We're just going to say that's the call because I don't know what to do. And then this guy gets into Denver without a roll because even a 1 would get him in there. But yeah, I was all proud of myself, and now I'm looking terrible. Right, we have to deal with this Denver situation, and then the black train's going to have to go that way. We'll have the gray train take the shorter route. So we'll do a signal to there, and we'll use one of my switches to pick up the cube. Let's see, I need another signal on Winnipeg. But this guy needs to get into Chicago first. So I'm going to go and use 2 train moves to get him through Chicago past this signal. Or actually, I guess I can just get him past that one. Yeah, so let's play this. He gets into Chicago automatically. And now I'll do 1 of each to steal this signal and bring it over here for our Winnipeg friend. Or wait a second. Actually, since he has to go west, he might want to go that way. Or is that way slower? No, I think this is still the fastest way if I just change up the switch that way. All right, I'm at 5 cards again, but I think I want to get him into Winnipeg to then steal that signal. So let's play a train, get him in there, and I'll discard a switch card to load him up. And then, oh my gosh, I'm going to move this and just hope that the card doesn't force me to move gray next turn, and hope I don't roll too high. Okay, so he's out of the black train's way, who can now come into Denver. And I'm going to stop. And still, man, did I shuffle this thing? No variety in my cards at all. All right, so I would prefer not a gray move. Help me out. Okay, oh my gosh, I got to put 2 trains down and then move 1 color. All right, well, the color's definitely going to be black, and I'm getting worried about them finishing. So let's go ahead and place a black, even though it could hurt us. On 6. Oh, maybe we won't be moving blacks, because that'll definitely crash. And then I guess a gray for the other one, just to kind of protect us. Go into 7, which is over here in Seattle. That's reasonably out of the way. Well, you know what? Even though it's a terrible idea, I am still going to move the black trains. Yes, I'll move some time tokens here, but I can deal with it. Oh, not a 5. Not a 5. So I lose 3 out of my 7. That's not good. And to clarify why, again, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The switch was in my way. I could not move the full movement value. All right, but his friend in Dallas, come on, you can also roll a 5. That'd be awesome. Or a 2. Dang it. Can I just switch those die rolls? Is there a special power for that? And then this guy gets into Denver automatically. Yeah, I need signals, and I just don't have them. Let's do 2 cards to move this to give gray a path. And then let's use a movement to try to get gray in there. Come on, not a 1. Not a 1. Help me out. Gosh, it's okay. You know what? I can still take that signal, which is what I'm going to do with 1 of each, I guess. Move that to there. So with my last 2 cards, I can move this black train, hopefully pass the switch, and then switch it for that guy. Yes, that is a good roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, almost home free. And then, yeah, the switch to give that guy a path to Dallas, I guess. Oh, no, I never picked that up. Okay. Well, I guess if I have to move black trains, I'll just change what I move. So in that case, I'm not even going to discard the switch yet. Okay, and a bit of variety, but not really. Okay, not black trains moving. Not black trains. Really? All right, so I'm using my last power to just put that on the bottom and redraw. You hate me. Yeah, this is really bad. This is incredibly bad. I think I might be done. I'm going to place a gray train because it's the safe option. Since it's not moving, 9. That's up here at the fort. Then my brown trains move, which isn't too bad. This guy's still got a path to New York. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay, I got a... gosh, is that on my second cube? I am terrible. But then my train in Winnipeg might just crash into Chicago. Yay, thank you. 1, 2, still safe. But yeah, here's the badness. Let's start with the positives. San Francisco, you got a red cube. That is 3 out of 8. Good job, Mike. And then I guess this guy without a good can just leave Denver empty-handed, almost crashing into a switch. And now here, this could be the end. If I roll a 4 or 5, I'm just dead. Whoa! So I have to discard 3 time tokens, but I have a single one left. Yes. Not that I think I have any great chance of surviving here, but at least I'm not dead. All right, so gosh, what do I do? I'm going to use a switch to do that. And you know what? This train is not helping me out. I'm going to use a switch to send it to San Francisco and get it out of here. Now, this guy heading into Chicago, he needs to go that way to San Francisco. So I'll use the signal to at least get him safely into Chicago. And then I'll stop with my 3 movement cards. Oh, and there's all the signals. Look where you were hiding. Okay. Black movement, that's okay. Brown movement, I think that's also okay. Let's see. Here's my 2 black trains. Let's see if this one can get to Dallas. Dang it. Yes, all the way to Dallas. And let's see if this guy can just get out of my hair. Yes, he can. Bye-bye. And what thematically is represented by trains disappearing when they show up to port empty-handed, I think they're just scrapped because of their shame. And my sole brown train will just go right to Chicago because it can't move anywhere else. All right, so that cube has to go this way. Let's signal that to there. And then it should be good for the moment. This black train needs to pick something up. I have too many signals now, so let's spend one. That'll get it. It's red. Oh man, what do I mean too many signals? I still need them. Okay, so I'm going to use a signal to change that to there. And then I have a single switch, but that should be all I need for a little while. All right, so yellow's got a straight shot for a bit. Black's got a straight shot for a bit. My gray's about to come home. My other grays are kind of just moping around doing nothing. So again, we'll stop there, save all our big movement until we definitely need it. And again, tons of signals. Now I have no switches almost. How many cards are left? Still have a good number of turns left, but no time tokens. Okay, I got to place a train, move all blacks, move all grays. That could be a problem. I think one of the grays might go too far. Well, for the placement, I'm just too scared to put down a black train and have it crash into something. So let's do a brown since they aren't moving. 10. That's actually pretty safe. And ooh, has a shot down toward Denver. Okay, now the black trains move. First the one going to New York gets a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Easy to get a signal for him. Oh, and that's the only black train. All right, now the grays, we got one into San Francisco. But here's the one I was mentioning. Look, if I roll a 3, which is a very low chance, he will crash into the switch, and I will lose immediately. Yes. Over here, this guy's a bit safer, but I wish he was faster. He could actually help me out with the blue cube in Chicago. Speaking of cubes, what do I have left? I have one in Denver that needs to go to New York, one in Chicago that needs to go to San Francisco, all the long trips, and then one yellow that needs to go to San Francisco, and I need to finish the red here. So, man, it's a lot of lifting left. Okay, so this guy's safe for Chicago. That guy needs a signal, doesn't he? Let's bloop, do that. I wish I had some switches because I've got some grays and potential crisis here. I'll go and get rid of a move and a signal to go like that with that one. And similar idea over here, a move and a signal to give this guy somewhere to go. And what the hey, let's go ahead and do the signal here for Denver. And once again, I'll stop there. This is not looking great. Oh, hey, one of my more balanced hands, and I got a signal switch. Thank you for that. Okay, come on. Place another train, and then grays and browns move. I guess I'll place a black. And where, you may ask? Why, on space 4. Oh, which actually has an unobstructed path to Winnipeg. Can almost get all the way to Chicago. Grab that blue cube, maybe. And all right, then the gray trains are moving. This one's just going 1. I guess I didn't need to worry yet. This friend moving 2. And then the brown trains, get ye out of Chicago, sir. Whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4. Need a signal in Denver. And this new train here with nowhere to go. I'm glad he went slow. But I've got a lot of potential crises to deal with. Okay, a signal here. And I don't think we need this one from San Francisco, so we'll go there. And hey, even though this train is slow, while this guy's got a path built, let's go ahead and grab that cube in Chicago. So I need a signal. I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to go ahead and move the gray train in there and have him pick one up. All right, so we've got every good on a train except for this white one in Denver, and a few people heading that way. Oh, but we had a crisis, right? This guy's fine. This brown train only has a couple spaces to go. So does this gray train. So let's move the gray train past here. 2, okay. And then I can change the switch to have the brown train go the same way. Hopefully it won't crash into each other. And hopefully gray and brown won't move next turn, because then I'm definitely dead. Oh, yikes. I mean, I might need signals, but once again, I am switch shy here. Okay, 2 colors of my choice. 2 colors of my choice. That might be good. All right, so I can't do gray and brown. Do I want to do brown and black or gray and black? Well, regardless, we're saying black. I think this guy gets in no matter what. Yes, he does. Awesome. We are almost fill up in New York. And this train is going toward Winnipeg. No problems yet. And let's see, looking at this guy needs to go that way, and this guy needs to go that way on the exact same track he's on. That seems like it would be bad. So let's move brown trains. He comes into Denver. Oh, but we might die right here. No! Derailment, firing for Mike and all of his people. But hey, on this map that I've certainly played less, we didn't do terribly, right? I mean, we did a little bit terribly. But this guy could have gotten to San Francisco pretty soon, theoretically. I had the signals for sure. This guy was all the way over in Chicago, and he was the slowest type of train. Not sure how that would have worked out. We never even picked up the white cube in Denver, but that's okay. That's how this game goes sometimes. It is a challenging one on normal difficulty. Pumping up the difficulty is certainly a wild idea. But hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope someday, fingers crossed, it gets a US release. Otherwise, I guess you'll have to buy it from the EU if you're in the States. And if you want to hear my review on this one, check out the separate video at the link that just popped up. Good gaming, everyone, and I'll see you at the next stop.